Class of steers was a little bit of a challenge for me. So I won't argue with you if you want to go a different way. There's a lot of different kinds and types out here. I think the steer that goes to the top may not be the flashiest, but I think he's the most complete. Got the best numbers of the top group here. Got some shape, got some middle, got some top built into him, got some look into him at the same time. It moves out real free and easy. And he has a pretty good CHP, because that does mean something, folks, if you're going to hang him on the rail. Our second and third place steers are really close. I think our second place steer just has a tad bit more length built into him, a little neater in his makeup than probably the steer that's in third place. But two really nice steers. I just wish they'd had a little higher CHP built into them. Your fourth place steer just needs to move a little better off on rear legs. He's kind of buckling on his ankles today. I really like his style and I like the looks of him, but I just need him to have a little bit more soundness to be higher today. The next steering class is a steer that gets a little more down-headed. It's a steer that just doesn't quite have the pizzazz of steers in front of him, but a really good kind of calf that's got a lot of shape and got a lot of butt muscle about him. Our next steering class is a long-sided calf, a little flatter mane maybe, but a steer that will have a lot of feedability built into him that will really max out at a pretty good weight and will probably look really good and do very well. Our next steer in class is a steer that's a little plainer again. It's a little more shoulder built into him. A steer that's got some shape to his top, probably a little fatter than you realize if you start to take the fat off of him. He wouldn't be quite as much muscle as the cattle ahead of him. The next steer in class is I really like this steer. I really liked a lot of things about him. He's really good from his hoops to his fins, moves out real free and easy. I'm just not sure about if he's still intact or not with some of his testicle development that I'm seeing underneath him. The next steer in class is a steer that's really long body, really a really deep rib kind of calf, got some shape and muscle about him that just doesn't have the look for those above him. The next two steers are a lot the same way. Big middle cattle with some shape and some muscle built into them that have some real durability built into them.
Really a great group to start with. As we start into your bred-known female show, you know, we got a little give and take in terms of their juncture of development out here. But I think this young lady, female, just puts a lot of really good things together. You know, she's really green and really raw. I mean, that's okay. Let's get serious about that. She's just 100 plus days old. That's okay, and I see a lot of future to go. Just a really good headed one. I like the way her neck fits on the top side of her shoulder. You know, at times she plays that hind leg and you think that hock's plenty straight, but boy, she more than compensates for it. She's got an ultra salt patch and she's got a lay back and angle to her shoulder, and she really reaches, you know, yeah, a little more shotgun, if you will, at this juncture of her development. And she's really green, she's really late and torrid. I think her numbers are plenty acceptable. Really nice place to start. You know, this female in two, I just think she's really elegant. You know, yeah, she's got a little bit of chin right there underneath. You know, she's fighting the halter a little bit here today. But boy, I think that's just a long neck, super sound one. That's elegant. Just has really good cow features. You know, I think she's the size and shape she should be for one at this juncture of her development. You know, and I think when he gets her pulled together and gives you a look there, boy, you have a super long neck. You know, love the way that neck sits on the top side of her shoulder. Really, really maternal. While still maintaining just a good natural rib shape, like the rib she comes to us in. You know, this is probably the problem heifer here we find in third, you know, just overwhelming in terms of performance, you know, just maybe getting a little on the mature side of me, if you will, for one of these juncture of development, you know, a little bigger head, a little bigger horn, you know, but certainly one that you appreciate for her power and for her dimension and for the stoutness when you get in behind her. You know, you like this one on paper, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the numbers match up. Just the greatest. You know, she reads excellent on cabin, easy, excellent on birth weight, but she's the lowest in the class on growth numbers, which, you know, as we look out here, that doesn't necessarily match up here. I think she certainly has some attributes. I think she's the greatest of her goals.